Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for February 2nd, 2019.
Today we're talking Ben Affleck out as Batman.
Dr. Mario World coming to mobile phones.
Metro, and now an exclusive game.
And Ultraviolet is leaving. We'll tell you what's what and what's up with that.
Stay tuned! Hi, everybody.
Good morning, welcome. Welcome to the
Barrel Roll Newscast.
Barrel Roll Newscast.
Nick tries in desperation to make things.
He's working. We're working.
We're working on something new.
Work in progress.
Yes. Either way, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, where we talk about.
We're your hosts.
We are
the world's greatest podcast.
There we go.
For the universe's greatest podcast.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong.
Yeah, that's right. You and your radio signals out there. We heard them. Yeah, we heard them.
There you go.
Yeah,
we're trying something new today.
Welcome.
So here we go. I'm gonna press some buttons.
I'm
gonna press some buttons, and
press
we're gonna see if this works. So hold on. Let's press this button first. Brian.
Yes.
Hello.
All right. Hold on.
Hello.
Hold on.
Welcome.
Hello. Brian, keep talking.
No, it's fine.
Testing. I'm really dark. Do I need a light on me?
All right, we're good.
We're fine. Don't
We're
worry.
good.
Don't worry about it. Don't
Victory,
worry.
it's working.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, folks.
So
welcome to the Barrel Roll News Post.
Not post-credit show.
I don't know.
The newscast. We talk about news in movies and games.
We talk about
last
news.
week. And the reason we're a little bit off today is because due to no polar vortexes and due to just living in, Edmonton.
Canada.
Yeah, in
Canada.
Well, not Canada in general. Like the
Calgary.
West Coast.
Calgary's pretty rough.
I get that, but like the West Coast,
okay.
like they get rain and they start crying.
Yeah, that's true.
Like here,
well, okay,
we just got over 10 centimeters of snow.
If you live in the West Coast and you're crying over rain, you should probably not
leave.
You should probably move. Yeah, that happens frequently.
It does, but they don't really get snow. So for us, we just got what 10 centimeters of snow.
I think the idea was that, or the worry was that it just came out of nowhere.
Ours?
Yeah.
Sort of.
And here I'm thinking like we didn't get any in this season anyways. So.
I was gonna say we've had a light winter season, but this has nothing to do with polar vortexes or anything like that.
Groundhog didn't see its shadow, so spring's
go.
coming soon.
But we got a lot of snow, and because we got a lot of snow, our roads are a little bit hinky. So now we have to do this. It's Brian.
We did that. We found him.
We found him. He's on a screen. Look at that.
We found him.
Hello. Hey, hello, Brian.
Hi.
Brian's not talking. He's just,
apparently not.
No, he's like, I don't want to talk. I'm scared to talk.
Sometimes I wonder.
I will mine all my things.
Hold. Put your hand back. Put one of your hands back up. The other one.
Try taking your clothes off.
There you go. High five.
Try taking your clothes all the way off.
All right. So with that, we're gonna talk about the news. Shall we get started, everybody?
Let's get this show on its road.
Excellent. First up.
Ben Affleck.
Yes, he's Batman.
Well, he was Batman.
No, he is Batman.
Well, according to some news reports, and which was also corroborated by Ben Affleck himself, he will no longer play Batman in The Batman, which is coming out in 2021.
Am I Batman now?
Yes.
Yes.
We're all Batman. We are all Batman. In our hearts.
He's not even playing any role in it anymore. Like he's not writing it. Like
producer.
He was, like,
he's being a producer now. He's
a producer.
He's upgraded and downgraded himself to producer now. Which I guess if you're Ben Affleck, you've got all that money. That makes sense. You can just throw money at it.
Yes.
The current director Ryan something or other. I know he's done work on other movies that he's known for, anyways. Let's fact check this. The Batman.
Either way, they're getting a younger Batman.
Right.
I think one of the big talks to this one is this is what they should have done in the first place. As much as I like Ben Affleck.
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Any
relation to Christopher?
No, not even a little bit.
Oh, well. Ooh, now Brian's red.
Yes. Let's see what Matt Reeves has done.
This life that's on my face is changing.
American screenwriter. Let's see here. Movies he's involved with. The Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, well, there you go.
Cloverfield.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I knew that.
And such famous movies as Future Shock, 1993's Future Shock.
Excellent. Thanks,
Google.
Yeah.
Thanks, Google.
So
yes, Batman is no longer going to be portrayed by Ben Affleck, and it makes a little bit of sense if they're going to do a younger, like earlier Batman. They kind of jumped.
Should have.
Yes.
Done.
They jumped right into I'm gritty. I'm gonna use guns and kill people. Batman, like right away.
And I mean that was one of when Batman v Superman came out and we got that Batman. That was one of my first complaints. Is we get this Batman who clearly
he's grizzled. He's got experience.
But they pass the costumes that have stuff like there's stories.
Yes.
That you've now just skipped.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to build a universe and you're skipping
some of the greatest parts of Batman.
You're skipping 90% of it to get to...
No Robin stuff, clearly. No Joker stuff until Suicide Squad.
And still, is that the Joker that they wanted? Is that the Joker that we...
So, I mean, this is probably a step in the right direction. As we know, Aquaman is doing very, very well for themselves. Shazam and Wonder Woman are shaping up to be in the same veins. Right. So it sounds like DC is really taking the approach of not making an ensemble film and just focusing on individual stories for the time being. Which, guess what? That's what you're supposed to do if you're trying to catch up to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
They kind of went backward with this.
They did, because they tried to play catch up.
They jumped into the deep end and then they floundered a little bit.
Yeah, they tried to play catch up and they shouldn't have played catch up.
So.
No, they shouldn't.
And of course,
is this going to be part of the DCU or is it going to be
yes? From all accounts, it should be part of the DC EU or whatever they're calling it nowadays. But it's loosely based right now.
And right now they don't know what the DCEU is doing because
with Shazam being probably the only one that will be modern day post Justice League. Wonder Woman will be in the 80s or 90s or something like that. Aquaman, apparently there's no clear, concise when it takes place and how far along it takes place after Justice League.
Well, like Chris said, it's after Justice League.
Right, but it's not like minutes after or years after.
No, but I mean, even the Marvel movies aren't that concise on a lot of things. Even when they tried to be, they screwed up.
I was gonna say, sometimes they can't count. They can't count years.
Hello, large klutzy dog.
They messed up the timeline.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and you always have the Flash that can reset stuff. So.
Yeah, and with the upcoming Flashpoint movie, which should still be coming out.
Okay, dogs, go somewhere else.
No.
And that's what I thought.
Screw you.
Oh, I lost voice.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise.
I can no longer hear.
Whoa. And then, no, don't worry about the camera.
You guys hear me?
Hold on, Brian. Brian's like, hello? 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 Oh, that's the wrong settings button.
You guys, troublemakers.
Yeah. Brian's gonna hang up soon and go somewhere else. No. We will be back. I can see the volume happening.
You can see volume?
I can see volume. Oh, he did hang up. Damn it, Brian. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. All right, we got that back. Now I just got to switch this over.
Ugh.
I kept talking. I don't know if I was supposed to keep talking.
You can keep talking.
I'm assuming it was dog.
Yes.
Well, we have two of them right now. So there we go.
Two dogs are trying to occupy the same space.
We're back.
Not great.
Yeah, no. One of them knocked over a board. The other one started fighting something else. And now they're going to be fighting over a bone. So I'm going to do this. And move here. And do this.
Excellent.
There.
There we go. I don't think that's going to prevent them from walking over. Just saying.
Don't care. Life figured out. Life hacks.
I don't think that's going to work.
Life hacks.
We're going to... Anyways.
Hacks of life. All right.
But yes, no more Ben Affleck.
No. This is where they should have gone in the first. I liked Ben Affleck as Batman.
He wasn't bad.
But they didn't have to play him that old.
I think if they were gonna do that, they should have planned it out a little bit more.
There needs to be way more planning.
Yeah, because they just kind of jumped in.
They did
with Ben Affleck, and they didn't really think about it. And of course, now everyone's talking about villains. I think Josh Gad being the Penguin as the temporary rumor be, that would be hilarious. It would be it would fit him 100%.
It would fit him well. Yeah.
It would. I'm trying to think of who you open.
Black Mask or something. I heard rumor about.
I think you open with Two-Face.
They just did Two-Face. What, Brian?
Black Mask.
No, the Black Mask is already being done by Ewan McGregor.
Oh,
in the Birds of Prey film.
That was the story.
That's their other problem.
Yeah, they don't know. We don't know where Birds of Prey is landing right now.
Well, again, you look at.
They need to have. Okay, so remember that time when Marvel and Kevin Feige stepped on stage and then they had the giant timeline of what's happening and what moves are what? They need to do that. They need to be like,
done that.
They need to like go out in front and tell people and tell fans like.
Oh, with an actual timeline.
Yeah, like of like what movies are coming out when, how they're gonna tie in.
They did. They tried that at one point.
Yeah, they did.
We had the big poster. We had the big thing with all the things, and they're like, "These are all the movies," and then they canceled half of them.
Well, half.
Yeah.
Canceled half, retooled the other half, basically. And yes, Marvel had to retool some of their half because they got Spider-Man back.
Yes.
So that's no fault of their own.
Well, that's Inhumans
and DC. So DC needs to do that level of like, this is what we have on our skateboard, like on our whiteboard of movies that I have planned.
They have to stop, in my opinion, dropping Birds of Prey type movies until they can get their core people put together.
Right.
Because again, we got Iron Man, we got
Thor,
an okay Hulk movie, like. Which wasn't directly all Marvel Studios. It was partially Marvel Studios.
I'm surprised how far that movie...
Now there's a cat on our screen.
Neat.
Brian's like, this is what happens when I sit at home.
Neat.
We got a Thor movie, which was really good for what it was at the time. We got a good Captain America movie. We got some more solid Iron Man flicks.
And now they can start doing Guardians. They can start.
So then they did the Avengers.
Eternals. They can start doing like weird kooky things.
Yeah. So they earned the trust of people, then gave us weird stuff.
Because if you're going off of Man of Steel, no.
No, you lost trust right away by giving us a really bad Superman movie. Now, to be fair...
I know people like Zack Snyder, but I feel like Zack Snyder was going in the wrong direction with this.
100%.
So here's...
He had ideas, but they just couldn't...
Well, no, here's what his idea was. From what I've heard and what I've been told and all of that lovely stuff is Zack Snyder's vision was we got Man of Steel. And at the end, the part that like pretty much destroys the movie with him snapping a neck is
the non-Superman piece.
The non-Superman piece is supposed to build to him becoming Superman, going, I'm never going to do that again. I'm going to live my life being the All-American Boy Scout. So instead of raising himself to be the All-American Boy Scout, that's the trigger.
And that's where I think it took way too long to get there.
Well, but then Warner Bros. Stepped in and went, they just did Avengers. Let's get the Justice League going, so bring in Batman. And he's going...
Also now Wonder Woman.
But he's like, I'm not ready.
Now Flash.
I'm not ready
and now Cyborg.
Yeah.
Also Lex Luthor.
In all honesty, like as much junk as we give Snyder, like as hard a time as we give him, he had a plan. The studio...
And to be fair, the Superman that we saw in Justice League, the right Superman
yes.
of all time. Like, that's probably the most Superman I've seen.
And remember, Man of Steel wasn't supposed to actually start anything. It was supposed to be its own standalone flicks.
Yeah.
Like Batman, like the Dark Knight
Begins?
series. Yeah.
Like Batman Begins kind of thing?
It was supposed to be its own series. Like, it wasn't supposed to connect, and all of a sudden Zack Snyder was told to...
Connect them.
Because Marvel was. That was DC's biggest downfall, was just trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we get and then we get the Oscar-winning Suicide Squad out of nowhere.
That still bothers me.
No, it doesn't.
It's okay. Emily Blunt won a Stage Actors Guild Award, so
it's okay.
For The Quiet Place, I'll just watch the SAG Awards now.
Apparently,
because at least they nominate people who do like actual films.
But yeah, what do we have? Like, what does DC have coming out? They've got Aquaman just came out.
Shazam.
April, which actually comes out on a date that I can't watch it. Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman.
Don't care about Birds of Prey.
You know what? I'm interested only because they have a really good cast, like, of actors.
I'm a little iffy on Wonder Woman because I don't know how you do one set in the 80s after all the other stuff they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you backtrack?
He has a third Wonder Woman movie in mind.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh no, I mean,
like, they're literally going off of the success of the first Wonder Woman.
they are, and I
Yes.
dig that, and I loved the first Wonder Woman. I thought was really good.
It's solid.
But then you get this whole, like, with her and Batman talking, she's like, I've been out of the world for such a long time. So essentially, the story she told Batman was that she is not Wonder Womaned since World War One.
Yeah.
And now we're getting a movie where she's Wonder Womaning in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And then which makes Batman look like an even worse detective.
Like, I only found this picture from World War. Yeah.
But the 80s had cameras.
Nah.
Exactly.
They had security footage.
She destroyed all that.
Color
Oh, yeah,
footage. They
okay.
had color footage as well.
Yeah, just put a giant magnet on the hard drive. Done.
But yeah, so that one, that's the only part of Wonder Woman that has me worried. Because if it's all the same people working on it, it should be a really great
Yeah, they'll
flick.
figure it out.
Yeah. Shazam.
Yeah.
Told you it didn't work.
I know. Shazam, on the other hand, I'm
that just
excited
looks like
for.
a whole load of fun.
Well, let's put Zachary Levi in a giant padded
a
muscle
giant
suit
$1 million padded suit.
and let him be Zachary Levi.
He's a giant child already.
Really, I'm done. Like I'm set. That movie I am down for.
I want a
looks
secret
like a fun-
cave that's overlooking the water. Like,
I was very worried when Zachary Levi got cast that they would turn it into some dark, gritty something, and he'd have to, like, Batman his voice for a whole movie.
I think DC is realizing that they can get cartoony, they can get unrealistic with their characters.
Yeah.
After Aquaman, after a little bit
Right.
of Justice League, even.
Parts of Justice League when people are going, "Hey, bright colors," and like people making
Superman
quips.
has blue.
Yeah,
Superman's blue and red
I thought he was black and blood colored.
and gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, he doesn't bleed. Remember?
all me. I don't know.
One of his enemies.
Superman doesn't bleed. Remember?
Challenge accepted. He does when you make a really bad movie with him, and then another really bad movie with him,
and
and
then
then a subpar movie with
And
him.
Supergirl does it once every month.
Either way,
Moving on.
moving on.
Dr. Mario.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? As I know it came out, I respect it as a game. I've never actually played it, so
I haven't played it either.
I always saw it as the Tetris, not Tetris game. I understand that there's a massive following for it. So, and I'm assuming you've played a lot of it back on the NES and SNES.
SNES, because there was Tetris versus Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
And my parents played. They played it so much they'd rent it like weekly. So we would go to the 24-hour video rental. This was before there
What's
were.
a 24-hour?
This was before Blockbuster
What's a
and Rogers.
24-hour video rental?
We'd go there, and I'd get a game, and they would pick up Tetris versus Dr. Mario every week.
Yep.
To the point where we were finally at Toys R Us one time, and I'm like, guys, it's right here. You've already spent $60 renting this thing. Like, just buy it.
Just buy it.
At some point, you have to realize. Yeah.
Yeah, like at some point, you have to realize you're spending more renting it than if we would have just bought it. So
Right.
I do. I have it. It's in my collection of games. But we played.
But now there's a different way to play it.
There it is.
Summer of 2019.
In all honesty, this is one of the best mobile games that Nintendo could have put out.
Yep. Yep. So Dr. Mario World coming out for mobile devices. Their next mobile initiative.
Yep.
One that hopefully we can play in Canada.
Yep. Legitimately, if it's just Dr. Mario and I can play against people online
And then you can give Nintendo additional microtransaction monies.
for backgrounds and skins for Dr. Mario.
No, it's gameplay enhancements to make you better than everyone else online. Yeah. Yeah, it gives you put in more time for your timer.
If there's a timer on Dr. Mario, I'm gonna kill someone. Like, it's like, you've played 5 times. You have to wait an hour now, unless you pay us this. And it's like,
Hey, that worked. That was with the Mario Run, remember? Mario Run did that.
yeah, but Mario Run, couldn't you just pay for it?
Yeah.
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 Well,
I'd be fine with that. You charge me,
$15.
No, not for Dr. Mario. I can play it for free on my Switch right. Well, I can play it for $20 a year on my Switch right.
What is Oh shit! What was I thinking? I lost my train of thought for a second.
Because I can already play Dr. Mario online.
Yeah, on the Switch.
Well, how much was Super Mario Run? Like, wasn't it like $12?
$12, I think.
Yeah, $15.
for Dr. Mario.
I would see. I can see Nintendo.
I can see them trying because they're morons when it comes to pricing. But
well, hold on.
they're taking the SquareSoft approach to, or the Square Enix approach. To
$12.99 American, $15 normal people money.
Normal people money. Oh my god.
Go to a massage therapist. Do it.
It's fine.
I'll punch you later.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That's usually the trick.
So yes, Dr. Mario World coming out 2019 summer.
Summer.
So on your most popular mobile platforms.
Yep.
iOS, Android. What's Windows Phone?
Windows is making another phone.
They are always making. Yes. That's the thing about Windows. They're always making another phone.
The next one, they're like, it's going to be the next foldable. This. That,
everything is. I don't believe foldables.
Foldable.
Show me. Okay. The only. I know this is a sidebar. The only foldable phone concept that I've seen that makes sense is that Razer phone. Remember the old Razer flip phone? Do that. Oh, yeah. Do that as a foldable display. Do that, because that makes sense to me.
Yep.
That's the only way I think I would be into it, because I can't see folding screen technology. I'm even hesitant on that stupid rollable TV.
There was one at CES that was like a wall.
Yeah.
So it was not actually a television. It was legitimately like you had to install it as a wall.
Sick.
But you could click the button and it would like paint itself the right color essentially, and you could put digital pictures up on it in frames, so it would look like a wall. And then you were like, "Okay, guys, time to Smash Bros." Boop! And it became your TV.
See, that's where technology needs to go.
Yeah. When I get home and I can brush my hand against the wall and it like ripples or something.
That'd be good for kids.
That's insanely cool. Except you'd be teaching every kid that they could color on whatever wall they want if you were that house.
That's how you fix. You know how you fix that problem?
Yeah.
Make every wall that.
I've got a plan, guys. We're gonna install this on every wall.
Make that every wall. That's not inexpensive. What are you talking about? What?
Huh?
Do that with the floors too, and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do the whole house.
Oh, yeah. Why? Yeah.
House.
Screw glass houses. It's just a TV house.
TV house. Okay. In all honesty, we all know that that's Bill Gates' entire house. That mansion of his is. He could probably wake up and like touch a wall and it'll make toast.
He's got the Iron Man piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I think honestly, Bill Gates probably has all the cool toys and just doesn't say anything about it.
I would be. He's the type to not. He's pretty humble about it.
He's insanely cool. Like it came out again, and I've known this for years. But he's leaving only $10 million to each of his kids when he passes away. The rest of his billions of dollars is going to all these different charities and funds and all of this different stuff. Because he's like, they don't need more than. Who needs more than 10 million? That's why he gives all of his money away. Yeah. Because he's like, who needs more than?
Well, J.K. Rowling did that too. Yeah. She did that
to go
off
the list.
She wanted to drop to a different tax bracket, so she donated like half her money or something.
Again, why not?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Either way, Dr. Mario coming out. This is
on your
seriously walls. A solid, I think,
can see that.
Mobile game.
We'll see what happens. Well, yes. Assuming we can play it here. I'm looking at you, stupid dragon game. Stupid dragon mobile game.
I can't see why we could not play Dr. Mario here. They own all the licenses
I know.
for here.
I know. I'm just saying, the last time they advertised their mobile game, still waiting to play that stupid game. Moving on.
Oh.
Moving on. Epic Store
is a thing.
Epic Store. The last we heard, they've got the Division 2.
Yes, they do.
Division 2 is exclusive to
which
PC.
Is funny because it's an Ubisoft game and they're not selling it on their own store.
Let's not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So Epic has secured a new exclusive game.
Yep.
The forthcoming Metro Exodus, that post-apocalyptic, I think, Russia like post-bomb or nuclear war.
Nuclear fallout of some kind, and
like Fallout, but in like a real world scenario. Like that's what the world would look like.
Yeah, Fallout always does the dystopian past stuff.
Yes.
This does
fully. This is what would probably happen if the bombs dropped.
Yeah.
And so the big deal about this is that this game is coming out in like middle of February.
So a couple weeks.
In a couple of weeks, but it has already been pre-sold by thousands and thousands of times on Steam.
Yep.
Wow.
And now it is exclusive
to the Epic Store.
To the Epic Store.
Arguably inferior service at the moment.
Yes.
Lacking quite a bit.
The only thing that, and this is why I dig the Epic stores, they are giving more money to the publishers and all of that jazz.
Right. So there's a few pieces to this story that it's like a pro and a con.
Yeah.
If you've already purchased it on Steam, you're still going to get all the updates. You're still going to get all the like season pass or whatever stuff that was advertised. You're still going to get that. So the short answer is if you bought it already once, you're fine.
Yes.
If you're planning on buying it now, obviously you can only go to the Epic store. But because of how the 12% cut between developer and Epic Store, they are actually able to cut the price of Metro Exodus on the Epic Store.
Very cool.
Instead of being a $80 game, I think, for us here
in Canada.
In Canada. Instead of an $80 game, I think it's like a $60 game.
Nice.
Like a full-on $60 game. Because it's only $50 in America. So yes, they're able to cut the price there. I don't think that making it an exclusive was the right move, if I'm being honest. Especially this close to launch.
Sure.
Like this is a huge PC game.
Yep. Oh yeah, people love the Metros.
For most people, like, for most, like it looks great if you've got a good rig. It's one of those PC games.
Mm-hmm.
What they should have done is instead of keeping it exclusive to Epic Store, continue to sell it on Steam.
Yeah.
But offer it at a cheaper value.
Yes.
On the Epic Store, because everyone knows the Epic Store doesn't have cloud saves. It doesn't have voice chat. It doesn't have multiplayer chat. It doesn't have a lot of those features that are so ingrained onto Steam.
I think what Epic looks at though is, like, we don't use the voice chat on Steam.
No.
We use Discord. So they're like, why bother?
But even the friends list pieces on the community stuff on
the community stuff's better.
There's no reviews. You can't review games on Epic Store yet, which can make or break a game. It's huge.
It can.
So, and that's kind of what I use on Steam. When I look at games, it's like, oh, overwhelmingly positive. This must be all right. I'm at least gonna put this on my wish list.
Yeah.
There's no wish lists on Epic Store.
That's because there's not enough games on Epic Store to worry about yet. So.
But, you can see all the games on there.
Yeah. Right.
You just click the button and scroll down, and it's like, all right, there's all 30.
But yes, I think they should have kept it on both services and then make the price cheaper on the Epic Store.
That may have been the case,
but yeah, it could have been just Epic approaching.
That's exactly what it was.
Whatever the developer is, and be like, oh, Deep Silver.
Yeah.
It's the guys that do that zombie running game that we played a little bit of, Dying Light, I think.
Dying Light.
I think that's those guys.
I remember that one.
I believe. Don't quote. I think it's either way. So it's those guys. Yeah, if you've purchased it already on Steam, you're fine. But as of February 1st, you will only be able to purchase it on the Steam.
So as of yesterday.
As of yesterday.
So now you can only buy it on the Epic Store.
Right. Like we just checked on Steam just before we hit the go button today.
Yes.
And you can still purchase the other versions of like the older games. For
other Metro games, yeah.
But the newest one will only be on the Epic Store. I don't know if that game is multiplayer. I don't remember.
Nope.
Them being multiplayer on those games.
Single player. It's a single player campaign. It's a single player first person shooter game, and that's it. So again, not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Look at Fallout 4.
Again,
look at Fallout 76.
But that's the pieces. Yes, they've built a decent game with a good story, and you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Like so, the takeaway is that the positives and negatives for this.
Yes.
This story. Like if you're planning on buying it now, you don't want the Epic Store. Well.
Yes.
Oh, and that's another big issue is people who are buying the physical copies.
Yes.
Of the PC version.
All right.
The key.
Yeah.
It's going to be for the Epic Store now.
Oh.
So if you were buying the PC version, knowing that you were expecting the Steam version, no, that's not happening.
So, and I'm assuming that's a collector's edition thing.
In regards to which?
Well, who buys the box PC version?
There's a ton of people that still buy a box with a sheet in it. That can still.
I get it if it's a collector's box thing, because you get junk with the actual code.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, going to the store to legitimately just buy a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be cheaper to print the cardboard box. Well, because really, what are you doing with the cardboard box? You're either sitting it front-facing on a shelf somewhere, or you're sitting it in a shelf like these ones where it's, inside and you see the title on the side of the thing. Like, I could print off one side of a box and just have it there, and this could be nothing.
Yeah.
So
For display purposes.
But yeah, like that's a part of that makes me wonder. Like they've been talking about this for a while now, because again, the game's coming out.
Yeah.
By February.
Yeah.
So the talks of them having to print these things with an Epic key, not an Origin or Steam key, rather. They were talking about this way before.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, I mean Steam has the best interface. It has the best. Everything is built, but it's been around for 8,000 years.
Right. It's got that caliber to it.
Because even launching Origin, it's like, oh, this is junk. You know, like I'm not a fan of the interface and this. Even
and we talked about the Division 2, and
yeah.
it's probably going to be Epic Store is probably going to be more affected of the quality of Division 2 more because that is a purely multiplayer based. Well, I mean, you play it single player, but the big piece is that you can play multiplayer. And so, with a lack of community, with a lack of voice chat...
But they might be bringing that stuff in once the Division...
Hopefully.
Like,
Hopefully.
Or again, you're going to log into the Division. It's going to have you log into your Uplay. So you're going to launch it on the Epic Store. You're going to have to log in through Uplay, and that's where you'll find your friends list.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm interested in the Division 2.
I have the Division 1. I just got it on a humble bundle.
I'm not interested in Division 1. Division 2. Division 2 looks cool. So yes, that's Metro Exodus. It's Exodus.
It's Exodus.
It's made the Exodus off of Steam. I wonder if anyone made that title as the article.
They'd be dumb not to.
It writes itself.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff that's leaving,
other exiting. A lot of exiting stories.
A lot of exiting stories. Ultraviolet is a
digital media service. Digital service.
It's a digital library service for movies.
Movies and TV shows actually too.
I believe Sony was the one to start launching this sucker.
Maybe
because it's most of their flicks that are Ultraviolet.
Yeah. All three of my Rick and Morty seasons on Ultraviolet.
Yeah. Either way, Ultraviolet is leaving. It's done.
Yes.
It's gone for. It's kaput.
But I think the silver lining is that as long as you connect your account now until the end of June or July,
you have a long time.
Yeah.
If you are a person who has Ultraviolet, you should have gotten an email with instructions on what to do to make sure you still have your stuff.
So you're not out of the hoop. It's not like that copy of, it's not a copy of that Fast and the Furious. You can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, my copy of The Mummy and stuff is still, and the Warcraft movie is still available to me. I just can't watch it through
Ultraviolet. But as long as you have other service that it's
you have to go and make sure, follow the instructions on the email, and your movies will be fine. My big plus to this one is in Canada, at least, because we don't have movies anywhere. We don't have, like, a bunch of the other services that they do in the States. For me now, getting a movie with Ultraviolet on it does not mean I am stuck.
And I'd like to see what the fine print is like if it's a movie that's still being printed now up until June.
You're hooped. You'll have to load it through Ultraviolet and da-da-da-da-da-da. But future movies coming out, hopefully I can actually start getting on my Google Play service.
Which was weird that Venom, you redeemed it on Ultraviolet, but then it said you can access it.
I got it on my Google Play, so maybe they're already starting.
Yeah.
Which is good, because there you go. Because, I loaded up the Venom key going like, oh, it's another one. And I always forget I have Ultraviolet. So I'm like, I have movies I've bought twice now. Because I've had them on Ultraviolet. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Because it was not made by Disney, was Ultraviolet. And then I saw it on, I'm like, well, how do I not have Spider-Man on the Google Play? So I just bought it. And then I went into my Ultraviolet. I'm like, oh, yeah, because it was in there.
Rip.
Oops.
Rip.
But yeah, when I loaded Venom up, I was totally expecting Ultraviolet, and I got not Ultraviolet. I got, it's like, on the Google Play, and it's like, yes, on the Google Play.
Right now, please.
All the Google Play. So.
Yeah, so maybe they're already making that soft transition to
Probably.
alternate services, as long as money is being transferred to the right people. They don't care.
No. So that's my thing, is Ultraviolet was a massively failed something.
It was a huge pain in the butt. It was just there's so many hoops to get it to work.
Well, and the funniest part was, like, there wasn't really an Ultraviolet app.
No.
Like, to watch my movies, I had to connect Flickster.
Right.
Watch through Flickster to get it onto my Chromecast.
Right. It wasn't as easy as Google Play or even Android, whatever.
No.
Or not Android, Apple Movies or whatever.
Or, yeah, iTunes Movies or Apple Movies or whatever happened. Yeah. Well, again, which is usually a button and...
Yeah. If you're in one ecosystem, it should be one app.
Yeah.
Not a third separate app.
So to watch your movie, you have to put the code into Ultraviolet. Then you have to connect your Ultraviolet to Flickster.
I wonder.
Then Flickster, you have to download the app. Remember all of your login information.
So I was given this as a gift recently.
Yes.
I was really, really excited. Fast and the Furious collection.
Yes.
1 to I think 7. It came in that tire.
Yeah.
I got it for free. I was like, cool. I can redeem these now. I can watch all 7, especially the best one, the 2.
You mean 3?
3. Best one, 3. And they were all Ultraviolet. I was like, well, what do I do now? Like, do I redeem them? Do I not?
I'd redeem them, but I like how Google Play Movies has now posted the Fast and the Furious as the Fast and the Furious the original, so you don't get it confused with any of the other ones. If you look at the title card, not the actual title.
The original.
The original.
Is it now? But it's now Fast and the Furious Presents now. Remember?
Right, because now we're doing Hobbs and Shaw.
Cool trailer, by the way.
BT Dubs. Google Play Movies has been upgrading a bunch of my movies to 4K.
Yeah, I got some of mine too.
I have
Logan in 4K now.
I have nothing to watch 4K on.
I have Logan on 4K though.
I have Wonder Woman in 4K. I have the Lego Batman movie, all the Fast and the Furious flicks in 4K. Paddington 2.
My Lego movie, my digital copy of Lego Movie is on Ultraviolet.
Oh, my Lego movie's here, but I
think you
bought it.
I think
I bought it.
I bought a regular.
That's what always pissed us off. Same thing with Secret Life of Pets. We bought it on. We bought the DVD. We got the digital copy and we're like, oh, Ultraviolet.
It's always been that like, oh, I need to get an alternate service to do this.
And
I love reading the FAQ of like, what? Why are you guys doing this? And it's just this big, long-winded explanation of like, well, due to other computing services, we can't really keep up anymore, so goodbye.
Yeah, and then like my biggest thing is my wife and I like have the family account for Google, so whatever movies I add, she can watch without having to log into any of my stuff or do any of her things.
And vice versa too.
And vice versa, so it's nice that way. Whereas again, Ultraviolet, like, okay, here's my Flickster account, here's how you use Flickster, here's how you use this. So a person who doesn't do a bunch of the tech stuff, she's now having to do a bunch of tech stuff just to watch.
Just imagine trying to explain it to like older generations.
Sure, you're so again, Google Play Movies with my in-laws. Here's access to our stuff through the family thing. All you do is log into Google Play Movies, hit a movie, hit Chromecast, boom, done.
Right.
And they're like, oh, okay, this is what we can do.
But what
if you want to watch Secret Life of Pets, here's my Flickster account, log in, activate the two-part authentication thing. I'm going to have to hit a button somewhere to let you do what you're doing. And then go that direction with it. Like, it's such a pain.
Yeah. Well, thankfully...
It's gone!
Yeah, they're moving around.
I wonder what'll happen to Flickster, because Flickster's also quite useless.
Yeah. That's how I watched seasons 1 to 3 on Rick and Morty.
Like, in all honesty, if they would just let me download those movies...
I'm actually surprised.
I would just add them to my Plex server and I'd be done. Like, nick out.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
Yep. So that's it for news.
The newscast!
There's little bits and pieces here and there that...
Yeah, the Hobbs and Shaw trailer dropped.
Hobbs and Shaw trailer. It's too late to get your Wii titles off of the eShop?
Oh yeah,
Wii, Nintendo Wii.
If
too late now.
If you own a Wii,
if you're watching this right now, you're too late.
Yeah, if you own a Wii, you're hooped.
The Netflix is Resident Evil show.
We talked about that one last week.
Oh, did you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't here.
Yeah, Resident Evil on Netflix.
But yeah, that's it. Basically.
Basically it. Oh, and if you buy a controller, you get...
in Germany, I think
in Germany, you get Fallout 76 for free.
If I was having trouble moving a game. Yeah.
Yeah, a PlayStation controller, I think it was.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Buy a controller, get a free game.
But I don't want this.
Someone posted another thing online too, and we've talked about this one, but the Sony the PlayStation Classic, just with the games that they have on it and what they don't have on it more specifically, some guy took a picture of the shelf at like one of his Best Buys, and it's one of those situations where they were expecting it to fly off the shelf like the NES Classic.
No. And
no one's touching it because it's missing
tons of stuff.
So many games that you'd expect. Like at least the NES Classic had all the games. This one's legitimately sitting there going like...
And it's missing key games too.
That's what I mean.
Like major games.
That's like releasing the NES Classic without Mario.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. At least they got... Metal Gear and Final Fantasy VII, but where's Silent Hill? Where's my Castlevania? Where is basically any Golden Age Konami game?
Yeah, they scrapped a bunch.
Where's Ridge Racer?
Sure.
Wait, maybe Ridge Racer is on there. I don't know.
Either way, it was the funniest picture.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto would have been a great one to... Oh, wait, no, that thing that is on there. Yeah, GTA is on there.
The original GTA?
Yeah, the top-down one.
I love the top-down one.
Yeah, it was so bad.
But no, like, legit, the shelf was hilarious to look at because you're just going...
Well, they dropped that price by, like, 20% recently, didn't they?
Well, because they're not
moving. No, it's not moving.
No.
It's... Yeah.
There you go.
That's
the newscast.
That's what we got for you.
I like every time I move my mouse to the wrong place, it shows leave call on our TV screen.
Goodbye.
Right. See, it's right.
Bye.
No, right.
Goodbye.
Right there. Look, Tony's pressing the leave call button. It's not gonna work like that. I like how on this screen I've been staring at Brian's face sideways.
Yeah, that's jarring. I don't.
Yeah, because
that's why I just look at him.
So Brian, when you tilt your phone the right way,
yeah.
on my Discord you're still vertical.
Oh.
So that's I have flipped. No, you're actually good because I flipped the screen. No, now you're going the wrong way. Now you're
you're just leave it.
Either way, I think it's pretty funny.
Just leave it.
Either way, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Hold on, let's cover Brian's face for a second.
Smash it. Smash his face.
Please subscribe, like, follow, do whatever it is you can do on these servers.
Smash his like face button.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
So like and subscribe, and the best thing you can do, of course, is always share.
Share this video. Share our content.
Tell your friends.
Watch when we go live.
Yeah.
Watch when we...
And again, in about 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going live for the post-credit show.
Where we talk about movies and games and everything else in between.
Exactly. Stay tuned.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.